Then only we process the information top down, where we use our cognition to explain the physiological changes that takes place in our body. James described that without the body reaction following the perception, the latter would only be in cognitive form, pale, colorless, destitute of emotional warmth. The second component of emotion is subjective, internal experience of emotion that involves our own conscious awareness of how we feel. We restrict the word emotion to the observable unconscious behavioral component and use feeling to refer to the subjective experience of emotion. The anatomy of emotions can be classified into two axes that are valence and intensity. Valence deals with the nature of emotion, and intensity refers to the strength of the emotions. Most of the emotion can be mapped into these two axes. It comes in handy when we are matching facial expression to the brain system that produces them. Many structures in the brain are involved in emotion, but four of them are particularly important. The hypothalamus, which is the executor of emotion, the amygdala, which orchestrates emotion, the striatum, which comes into play when we form habits, including addictions, and the prefrontal cortex, which evaluates whether a particular emotional response is appropriate to the situation at hand. The prefrontal cortex interacts with and in part controls the amygdala and striatum. We say amygdala orchestrates emotion because it links the unconscious and conscious aspects of an emotional experience. When the amygdala receives sensory signals from the area concerned with vision, hearing, and touch, it generates responses that are delayed onward, largely by the hypothalamus and other structures in the brain that control our automatic physiological responses. When we laugh or cry, or when we experience any emotion, it is because these brain structures are responding to the amygdala and acting on its instructions. The amygdala is also connected to the prefrontal cortex, which regulates the feeling state, the conscious aspects of emotion, and its influence on cognition.
Now that is done, let me expand a little bit more on James Lange theory. Now, James Lange theory is created by William James and Carl Lange in the late 19th century. It has three components to it. The components of the James Lange theory of emotion is stimulus, bodily reaction, and emotion. Now, James Lange theory rests on two assumptions. The body reacts uniquely to different emotion eliciting events. Different patterns of activity means different emotions. The second assumption is that the body does not react to non-emotion eliciting events. If the body changes do not occur, then the emotion does not occur.